Hey everyone, welcome to the video on Bitcoin that I'm going to be doing today. Today is April 20th, 2020. It is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and lots going on, lots going on. So, of course, before I get into this, I'm not your financial advisor. You are responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research. I'm giving my opinion here in the market. And of course, we do a lot of discussions on the Discord, so if you want an invite to the Discord server, just throw in a comment here in the YouTube chat. I'll be more than happy to get an invite code out for you. If these videos do help you in any way, shape, or form, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. This is all very good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the chart, and before I get into this, I just want to remind everybody that all of these charts, I make changes in real time when I'm doing these with you guys. I don't typically, go into the charts and make changes right off the bat, before I do these videos. A lot of time, for the very first time that I see these, the very first time, that I'm sharing them with you. So let's go ahead and flip over to the chart and take a look at things. All right. Yes, very funny, Mark. All right, so what we're looking at here, we're looking at a couple different things. I've got two different channels. One is a channel and one is based off of a pitchfork. What I want to look at here is, we had a 61.8% retracement here. So if I pull out fib, and we did this last week, going from down here at the bottom, working our way up here to the top, we pulled back almost perfectly, right? Perfectly to the 618, and we had a reaction off of it. All right. We're counting that as the bottom of our 4. I'm not so sure that that is done. Whether or not that's done, what I'm unsure of is if we are going to realize our upside target here, which is right up here at about 78, 7,900, somewhere in that range. The question of whether or not we're going to hit that is still up for debate. So I just wanted to point that out. That's a good and valid, a good and valid pullback, right? So we expect there to be a reaction there. I started by using, a shift pitchfork, which lines up fairly well with the channel that we've got going on. But I haven't seen a push above this median. And if I go to an original pitchfork, we would have a long way to go, which could potentially take us up here to this target up at 8,000, right? But we just haven't seen a good solid push through yet. I haven't seen that. So what that forced me to do is to look at an inside pitchfork, and I hate to say it, but this is actually looking, it's looking pretty good. Because what we are seeing so far, we see our resistance up here at the top, obviously. That was our first pivot to the downside. And then we have our pivot down at the bottom. And then what are we seeing up here? We're seeing more resistance, right? So we're seeing resistance at the top of this channel, which is descending, right? So this inside pitchfork is descending, which leads me to believe we could be chopping in this area for a while. Unless we get and touch the median and we break down, I really do think that we have some more downside ahead of us, right? I think we do need to touch the median of this. Potentially we come down here to the bottom. I'm not ready to commit to that just quite yet. That remains to be seen, right? I'm not going to commit to it just quite yet, but I do see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Now the question is this a 1 or is this an A? In which case we'd be going in for a B, and then we go up for a C, which would be an A, and then a B, and then we go down for a C, right? So I don't know if this move is completed, right? Is this the 3 or is this the 5? Which would mean that the 3 would actually be back here. This would be the 4, and we went up for the 5. It's possible that move is done, right? If that move is done, then we do have much, much further down to go. If we take a look at the oscillators, right, so we take a look at these indicators, I'm going to look at this on an hourly chart before I get into the weeds of lower time frames, because I do want to decipher what is happening up here. I'm going to talk about that here in just a minute. But looking at the indicators, what we've got, I'm going to magnify this. We've got the 12-hour, which has crossed. It crossed about, I don't know, maybe 12, 14 hours ago. We've got down here, we've got our hourly and our 3-hour, both down below the neutral zone. So they're both down below 50. Actually, they're both kind of hunkering down here and basically between 37 and 40. The hourly is crossing up, and the 3-hour, it's really hard to see here. The 3-hour is also looking like it's crossing as well, which means short term we could be seeing some upside. And if I pull up our indicator, we have a sell here. We don't have a buy yet. We don't have a buy on the 3-hour just quite yet, it looks like. But it looks like we want to move up. And with that, again, real quick, the 12-hour is way overbought, which leads me to believe that we probably are going to see lower prices. But the 1-hour and the 3-hour are still kind of low, and they're looking like they're wanting to cross up. So I would say that we probably do have a little bit of upside before we see more downside. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is we have an A and a B, and then we have this move down here. So maybe this was the C down here. But with this expanding wedge, I'm seeing a 1, 2, 3, probably a 4, and then our 5th move down. So if we extend this out further and maybe bring it down a bit, what do we have? Okay, I'm going to remove this because this already played out. Actually, it worked out pretty nicely. It worked out pretty good. I'm going to bring this C all the way, the 2 all the way down here. And this C, although I don't expect it to go down this low short term, right? I don't expect it to go down this low. But what I can see right here is we've got our 1, 2, 3, which pulled down pretty nice. Bring it up to a 4. Maybe this goes out a little ways because we got to get this hourly. The hourly that's down here, we need him to get back up into overbought conditions as well. So again, this is probably going to take a little while. Probably move ourselves back up to about 71.50, short 71.50, and then maybe, right? This is a big maybe. We could potentially get ourselves back down to 6,600. I could see that as being possible. One way or another, I do think short term, right? Short term meaning within the next 12 to 24 hours, probably is going to chop a little bit, probably is going to move up a little bit, but I think we're going to move up, creating an A, a B, and a C, right? So let me clean this out of here now that we know generally what we're looking for. Question is, whether or not this is actually completed here. That I'm not really ready to admit that this is complete yet, but I'm just going to put it there for right now. Because what I see here is a 1, 2, 3, and then this 4 could come up this high. It really can't violate this level right here. This level has to remain our resistance right here. I'm going to say from right there, moving this over. This has to remain our resistance on the way back up. So let me just make that a little brighter so you can see it a little better. Okay. I'm going to move down to a 15-minute time frame, and I'm going to get rid of the indicators because down in a 15-minute time frame, I only really pay attention to price action. I don't pay attention to the indicators as much. Okay, and again, going back to what we've got here, from right here, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C into the 4. Again, we can't violate this 71.60 level, and then we can go down for the 5. Now, how far the 5 goes, that's really up for debate. Let me just go ahead and mark this off so that we can see it from here. Because we have a clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have an A, B, C, and really this could be A and then expanded for the B and then a C. So let me fix this. Again, I do all of this really in real time, so I'm just fixing all of this stuff. This looks good. A and then an expansion for the B, and then we go up for the C, right? That would complete the B. Again, 5, 3, and if you want to, if it makes you feel better, you can put the A up there because A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. That still works as well. I like this one personally a little bit better. It's your call. It's your call where this is. I still think this is an ABC up into the B, and then 1, 2. It could be this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is done. It's very possible. Looking at a lower time frame, it is possible that this is done. It is possible, just based off of what I'm seeing right here. So again, from up here, we've got a 1, a 2. It's possible that this is a 3, 4, 5. It is very possible that it's complete. Just looking at this, it is possible that this is the C, which means this was the 2, which means this was the C. Very possible, right? So we're talking about probability. Nothing is certain in this market. Nothing is certain. What I would like to see is off of this 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bringing this into the 3, and then working on the 4, and then we come down for the 5 lower, right? I can see this being more probable, to be completely honest. I see this being more probable coming down here, right? And let me just go ahead and change the degree on this so that we can see some of the subdivision. Going back to our 5 wave impulse, drilling it a little bit more from up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on a lower degree. So that 5 would complete the 3, which we then have an ABC into that 4 wave. A, B, C into the 4. Then we move down for the 5. And where is our algo target for that? Well, we're going to measure this 3 wave. We came back to the 618, okay? All right, again, I see this stuff for the first time right with you guys. Our target is going to be right here at the median at 6,800. Okay, that is where we're going to be looking for this 5 to complete. The 5 of the 535 ABC wave correction to complete the ABC correction of wave 2, which again would complete the ABC. Let me put this back up here. The 2 wave would complete right there. And again, let's just go ahead and just look at this. Okay, so from down here, wave 1, a large ABC correction, right? And again, we're working on the C, which is a 535 ABC correction of its own. And in this last C wave, we're working on 5 waves, right? We just went through this. We're working on 5 waves to complete wave C, which is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 3, ABC into the 4, and then 1, 2, we're working on 3, 4, 5, to take us down here where I'm expecting us to fall down to about 6,800. Okay? So I hope that was clear. If it's not, if this is not clear, join our Discord, ask questions. I'm more than happy to answer questions that you guys have. I want to take a real quick look because somebody asked me to take a real quick look at Ethereum. I'm going to take a look at Ethereum against the US dollar. Idris, yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up. The 6,600 targets aligning with the 786 pullback. That is good. Yeah, I like that. I like it. Thanks for bringing that up. Okay, so let's take a look at Ethereum. So we sold Ethereum. So we bought Ethereum at $151, and then we sold Ethereum in the mid 170s. Okay, so we actually sold a little higher than where we are right now, admittedly. Okay, what this is looking like to me, again, I look at all of this stuff for the very first time with you guys. I have not looked at this chart. What I can see, we've got 2 pivots up here. We have 2 touches, and then I'm going to move myself down. We're hitting this perfect. We've got 2 touches down below, 2 touches up above. This is our channel. This is our channel that we are in. If we break below this channel, and you can see I've got a P&L in here which I'm wanting to buy Ethereum down below $160 if we get there, right? If we get there, I want to buy it down below $160. All right. Don't set blind bids though. Okay. Just because I'm saying that I'm willing to buy at $160 does not mean I'm not going to pull those bids if the timing isn't right. Okay. So we've been watching this channel for a while. Okay. We've been watching this channel for a long time. It kind of sounds funny saying that, watching the channel. Okay. I am bullish on Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Okay. Now the Ethereum versus Bitcoin, I'm talking about the ETH BTC trading pair, which means if ETH BTC goes up, and even if Bitcoin just stays the same and does not move, Ethereum is going to appreciate in value. So here we've got an easy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1. We have an A, B, C into the 2, and then we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, an extension into wave 3, which is common for wave 3. And then we've got an ABC, ABC, A, B, C into the 4. So this is already working out pretty well. Now we're working on wave 5, okay? We're working on wave 5, and this is hard to read. You've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to now call this the 1. Now we're working on the 2. Where is the 2 going to come back to, okay? So again, I'm looking for below 160, all right? But it could just be this alerts itself up to 163. But let's just see what we have from a pullback, all right? So we're going to tag the bottom, and then we're going to go all the way up here to the top. And we've got the 618 sitting here at $165. Okay, so maybe that's as far as we go. I'll take it, right? 786 though, right? Just as Idris was pointing out before, the 786 is sitting right here at 158, 157, 158. Potentially that's where this goes, all right? So that's what I'm paying attention to. This is what I'm watching on Ethereum, okay? Watching Ethereum, watching this channel, because I think this channel, let me get this back, there we go. Watching this channel, I think, is going to be what we need to be paying attention to. All right, and again, you know, looking at these waves, we've got from up here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks very similar to Bitcoin, guys. Okay, very similar. From here, we have A, B, C into the A, B, C. Okay, so this is going to be what I'm looking for. From up here, oh, A and a B, and then working on making our C. It's probably going to take its time to come down here, but I do think it will, to finish this ABC of its own. Which means what we're going to see here is a 1, 2, 3, 4. We haven't violated it yet. And then we go down for the 5, okay? Now, I don't know if this is going to be where it falls. If this falls and breaks through, it's probably going to come down here to the next expansion of this, okay? And again, looking at this from a different perspective, I used to use this on the videos all the time. I know it confused people quite a bit, so I don't really use it so much anymore, but I do use this to find targets. Okay, so we come down here, wave 1, or wave A, then wave B, and then coming down for wave C, our high probability drop zones are going to be the 100% equality, and this is at $172. We have the 123.6, which is another high probability for an ABC correction, which is at 168.50. So maybe that's as far as it goes. Okay, if we get down past this to this 163, we're probably going to make our way down here below 160. Okay, so just keeping an eye on that as well. If we do this, this is not going to be an ABC, but this is going to be a 1, 2, and then we're working on a 3 to come down here. There's always more than one option. If there was only one option for trading, then everybody would be making money. Everybody would be, you know, bored in this market because all we'd be doing is making money. It's all about probability. Okay, so I'm looking at our high probability drop zones. I'm looking for you know, really, I'm looking for a buy at 160 or less. If we get there, wonderful. If we don't, I'm going to be looking for the indicators. I'm on an hourly chart. Just like Bitcoin, the 1 hour and the 3 hour look like it wants to go up, but the 12 hour looks like it wants to go down. The 12 hour is going to be stronger. than the 1 hour and the 3 hour. I believe that the trend right now is going to be down. Short term, I think it's possible that we do move up. I want to see what happens here at 172. I might go ahead and buy a little bit at 172, just take a nibble there. And if it breaks below this channel, okay, if it breaks below this yellow line, I'll cut that. But I'll be rushing to get back in, okay? Because chances are pretty good I'll be able to get a lower price, but it could very quickly move back up into the channel. So you got to move quick sometimes on this. But I would prefer to see a price below 160. All right, guys, that's it for now. I've talked for long enough. I do hope that this video did help you. If it did, like, subscribe, share, join the Discord, throw in a comment. Be more than happy to get an invite code out for you. But wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, good night, good evening. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay indoors, and yeah, all that good stuff. Do your part. Take care, everyone.